You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk, just enter the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't news on YouTube, frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the brand, his hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style just aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. In the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We flew by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We got our teach on the show that's fire. Prize Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the link that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange blue skies. And Metropolitan, we connecting the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and fast and fast asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick shit assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
Yo, salute everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome. Knicks Real Talk, the pregame show. Divine Shot Powers from the Big Apple to Wake to the nation's capital, man. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. Knicks down in Washington, man. Playing the Washington with us tonight in the Capitol, man, at the Capital One Center. We're going to be here and break all that content down for about an hour, man, and get ready for the game. But first and foremost, we bring in my partner in crime. We get it popping all the time, man. Shot Powers was good, my man.
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What's good, everybody in the building? Crim's dad, I see you, my man. What's popping? Darren, what's good, my man? What's good with you? Darren, what's good? Fabian, my brother, what's popping? Fabe, Jermaine Royce, and my brother, what's good? JR, Dougie Fresh, all the way to heaven as always, man. The building, size 9 is in the building. Rasu, what's good? Some travel vibes, everybody. Salute to the chat, man. We in the building, man. About to get it popping for the next hour. Like I said, we got the trap game going on today, man. New York Knicks down in the nation capital against the young Bucks down there, man. In Washington, we can go ahead and try to get a victory down there. This is definitely the nation's capital, like me and Shop Powell would say. That's a trap game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We just got to be on our game tonight. Go out here and cross teeth and dot our dough. We don't take these little dudes for granted. They got a lot of energy. They got a lot of game down there. Real talk, man. 13 months hard, rolling hard with the fam. Crim's dad, we appreciate you, my brother. You already know, man. For real. Thank you for supporting for the 13 months. We appreciate you, my dude. But yeah, Shot Power, it's just another game on a doctrine, but it's one you can't take a sleep on lightly. They might not beat a lot of people, but they beat some people. They won 13 wins. If you don't bring your A game, like we say on any night, you can lose again tonight. Because we definitely want to go out there and do what we got to do tonight. Because tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the building with the Denver Nuggets and MSG. So this is one of the games where we would love to get a blowout win. Hopefully, rest some of our starters and all that stuff, man, and get ready for this game, man. Because the NBA is crazy right now. A lot of trades out there that's happening right now. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But first and foremost, Shop Howard, man, what's good, man? How you doing, my man?
Everything's good, Divine. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be up here to talk about the New York Knicks. And Crim's dad, thank you for that, as always, man. Thank you for coming back. I heard you was on like a little hiatus, a little vacation or something like that. So thank you for seeing you back in the community and stuff like that, representing and stuff. And salute to everybody in the chat. I don't really read off names too often and stuff like that. Then I got to put my glass on, put the glare on, and all that other stuff. I'm just glad to be. I'm here. I just glad to be here so we could talk some Knicks basketball, and Knicks is playing some good basketball. So let's get into it, Divine.
Real talk, man. Yeah, they definitely are playing some good basketball. Winners of their last 6 in a row, something like that. Beat some great game in the Garden the other night, ladies and gentlemen. Just a stellar performance by the Knicks. That defense is really locked in right now. Playing the way they're supposed to be playing all year long, so they're really getting it done there. They're inching back up to relevancy in the defense side of the ball. We just need to see it go a little more because they got a big 8 games coming up, a rough schedule coming up, ladies and gentlemen. After this game, they got Detroit twice, Boston, Rockets, you name it. They got Denver. They just got a tough schedule coming up. So we want to make sure we hammer out all the wins we're going to have. Because obviously we'll lose the game eventually. But we ain't going to go undefeated the rest of the season. So it'll be the more wins, the merrier right now because we need it like that. But they playing good, though. I'm happy where we at, ladies and gentlemen. After the trial and tribulation, the peaks and valleys and all that good stuff, we still second place with Boston. We still relevant, you know what I mean, in the East. Now with this trading deadline coming up in the next couple of days, whether we make a minor or major move, it remains to be seen. There's always noise out there, but we don't know. But until then, Knicks got to go out there and play basketball because, like I said, the next day in the Denver game, that'd be the last game for the trading deadline the next day. So I'm knowing the Knicks looking to make a little move with Yabusele and all that, but you never know what happens, man. But right now, there's some crazy stuff out there. But anyway, let's deal with the matter at hand. New York Knicks got to go ahead and watch the beat these boys, get to 32-18. 14 games over 500, looking real good in the East. So we just got to go out there and play ball tonight, shot power, don't take the game for granted. Go out there and try to get these cats a bit. They're going to come play hard like they always do. I would love to get a blowout, like I said earlier, man, a few minutes ago, but we can move on to the next tomorrow against the Joker and all the guys in Denver.
Yeah, this is a la trap game. You know what I mean? This is no doubt about it. This is a game that, you know, we've been playing so good and been on point, and everybody's been participating, and everybody's playing fluent with the basketball. Cat's not, Cat had a, not a good scoring game, and Brunson and all this stuff, but other guys have stepped up in the game, and I mean, together, and OG is playing phenomenal. And I mean, it was all about defense, and I talked about that the last time. And once again, it's about defense again tonight. Do not take this team lightly. No, sirree, Bob. Like Devon always say, come with your A game, that ass wet. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting the A game from them tonight.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to the chat. Travel vibe. Travel, what's good, my man? Good to see you. Real talk, man. Travel in the building, man. What's good? Travel, just Knicks. Just what's good, my man? Real talk. Rasul, I'm with you on that, man. I think we can go 6-2 as well, Rasul. I like that right there, man. But the way they playing, hopefully they can even do better than that. I take that 6-2, Rasul, but I love to see them go 7-1, 8-0. I mean, that defense. I think when the New York defense playing the way they playing, they pretty much can beat just about anybody. Because I shot power. And the reason why I say that, if you could beat LeBron and Luka, you could just beat just with the team the Lakers got. That it ain't too many duels in the East you can't beat. You know what I mean? To me, you know what I mean? So I would love to see them do that 6-2 like Rasul got out there, but I even want to do even better. So we'll see. But we got to take care of that game tonight, and it's going to be one of those games where there gets a lot of young energy, like Bud Carrington, all the guys, Bilal Calabi, and Keyshawn George, Ali Starr. You got a lot of young energy down there, and they all can go pretty hard. Then you got some veterans down there with Chris Middleton, and obviously Trae Young is not playing down there right now because he's only.
I don't think he's gonna play at all this year.
But they still got some guys down there who can play, and I just want to see them guys go out there and perform tonight, and pretty much just feed off the energy that they did in the Laker game. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 6 games, 100 or less, nobody scored on the Knicks. Everybody scored 100 or less. And they could have had 99 the other day when they fouled my man. He hit that damn one free throw at the end of the game. I'm like, damn. I know that they were going to keep it at 99. But my bad for them guys. For the Lakers got fouled. One of the reserve guys, and he hit one out of 2 free throws. I was hoping he missed both of them things just for the fun of it. But other than that was a good game against LeBron and them, man. That defense turned it up. Anunoby just demonizing everybody. He's just a demon, man. That brother playing out his mind right now. And believe it or not, I like the way Brunson and Cat played the other day because, you got to put the assist and the rebound together. So even though they didn't score 20-something points, but they contributed 20-something points or more because Brunson had 13 assists. So even that was only 2 points per assist. That's 26 points right there. And like I said, Cat he played a good defense rebounding game. He was in there, and so they let Anunoby and Shamet and Josh Hart them guys cook the other day, and that's kind of what you need. You don't always need to, like Shaw Powell we were talking about earlier. You don't always need to score 30. You only but do the other things that you could do. The other 10 different things, whether it's rebounding, passing, whatever the case may be. And I think the Knicks did a good job of that. And salute to Jalen Brunson and Big Cat because sometimes it's not only about scoring the points, when you got other people scoring the ball. So do the other things and let the other guys keep eating. And I think they let Anunoby eat the other day. Shammer was eating, like I said. So overall, it was just a good win, man. It was a good win. You beat LeBron and Luka in the Garden. We haven't did that a lot and since the last 10 years, I guess, since LeBron been in the NBA. You could even go further than that. But we really did go out there and play them guys, man. That was a good job. So salute to the Knicks, salute to Mike Brown, salute to the whole team, man, for going out there and representing, and the fans, because they was up in the MSG lit up in that game. So now we go back to a game that don't have the same amount of energy. We away from Madison Square Garden. These cats don't have nothing to lose, nothing to play for. They can play freely if they want to in Washington because they're not going nowhere other than the lottery. Much as I would love them guys to win a certain amount of games so we can get that number one pick, but I don't think that's going to happen because they are definitely 14th in the East right now when it comes to win percentage. They down in the 14th, so I don't know if we're going to get that first round pick, but we get 2 seconds. In them 2 seconds, who knows what it could happen? It could convey into some trades or whatever the case may be. But let's see how it goes tonight. I just want the Knicks to go out there and win that game tonight. Get 14 games over 500. That means out of that 2-9 we went, ladies and gentlemen, we had 7 of them games back. That's so crazy. Just like 2 weeks ago, we went 2-9 out of 11 games, and we already won. Tonight we got a chance to win 7 of them games back. That's what you call responding and bringing that championship pedigree out of yourself. Let's get our shit together. You know, we wasn't playing well, and the Knicks responded really well. And they wasn't beating no scrubs neither. Lakers not a scrub. Clippers not a scrub. 76ers not a scrub. Toronto Raptors is not scrubs. You know what I mean? So not only did we got a win streak going, but we beat some good teams in the process. A lot of teams who right there under us in the playoffs, like Toronto's one right couple of games behind us, Philly couple of games behind us, and then you go beat LeBron, who was like 3rd or 4th in the East at the time in the West. So overall good win for the Knicks, Shop Powell. And I think tonight we just got to go out there and play with a lot of energy. It's going to be hard to get up for games like this here because it's not like you're going up against some all-star caliber guys that's on the level that you're on, but it's NBA ball players, you know what I mean? And you can't take that for granted. So we don't want to get trapped in this mess tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go cross teeth and dot eyes and get the game going, Shop Powell, and win it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact, Devon. This is not a game to take lightly. You know what I mean? Come in here halfway playing in the first quarter, giving up 36 points and stuff like that. Not against this team. I mean, this should be easy keeping these guys under 26 points a quarter. You know what I mean? If they get a little flamboyant or something like that, all right, one quarter you want to give them 32 points, all right. But so I don't see over 100 points from this team either. I mean, the Knicks, if the defense is there tonight, and the offense that is coming out from all these different assets that we have on the team continues to do what they're doing, I think we'll be fine against this team. And the idea for me, and like Devon mentioned, get this game over early. Let's give the starting unit 6-7 minutes to rest time on the bench. I mean, let's be up by, 6-7 minutes left in the game. We up by 25 or something like that. And Mike Brown decides to clear the bench out or something like that. The other team, and then we do the same. That's what I'm expecting for tonight because I want to rest. I want these guys to get rest because we're going to play a big team that I want us to win against, and we play very well against. So I'm ready for these next couple of games, man. I think these next couple of games will change a lot about how the Knicks are going to be talked about for the continuing season.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to the chat. David Haas. Haas was popping, my man. Junior. David Haas Jr. was good. D. Ross was good, my man. Celso was good, family. Celso Porto in the building. John, Mr. Tito's McDonald's in the building. My man, Nostalgic is good, my dude. Walter White, my brother, was popping. Was good, everybody, man. Salute to the chat. Yeah, you ain't lying, Criminal Dad. They got to watch out for Peyton Watson. He a handful, bro. That brother is a handful, Peyton Watson. That's why I said they got a good team in them. That's why they are where they are. So we definitely going to get to talk about that tomorrow. But Peyton Watson is a handful. Then you got Jamal Murray. You got the Joker still out there. I mean, it's going to be popping in the guard tomorrow. But we know we can't overlook this game today. Because like I said, these are games right here that you lose because you think that your mind is already set on the next game, which is a joke in them. You forget about these cats got heart and will and skill too. So we better go out there and bring our A game tonight. Smash these dudes like Shot Power say, get them up out of there early. Let them know the Warriors and all these guys and the Colics and all these guys get out there, have some fun tonight. against some other young guys. And even in the course of the game, I would like to see the Knicks come out there with a commanding lead, try to get these guys out there early, and you can have them dudes play limited minutes. As long as the game is in control, you can let the Warriors and all these guys go out there and keep playing all night long. As long as we got that game in control, because like I said, I want that one tomorrow. And this is the rematch of the Cat and the Joker in the playoffs a couple of years. Cat was eating the Joker up in the playoffs, took him to the Eastern Conference Final, bust Denver up, and Cat was killing the Joker in that series. He was killing the Joker in that series. So this is going to be big for Cat tomorrow too, because I think, Cat gave it to a lot of dudes in the course of his season, the season that he's been in the NBA. But that series against Denver a couple of years ago, he was tearing the Joker up, bro. He couldn't do nothing with Cat. So I want to see that same thing. That's how Cat got to the Western Conference Finals. Then know what? We can't forget about what Cat did against Detroit last year. Come on. So I want Cat to go out there tomorrow, smoke this Joker. Word bomb. I want him to smoke the Joker, pun intended. I know the Joker, the man, though. I ain't hating on the Joker. He's a big time player. Like I said, he don't got the defense skill set to mess with no Karl Anthony Towns. I hope Cat busts him up for 40 tomorrow, 25 and 15. I don't give a shit. Let's go out there and do it tomorrow. We need to win more than anything. So I'm looking forward to that game as well. It's going to be a fun game tomorrow. But the main thing right now is to get the one tonight. Salute to the Queen, Darlene. Darlene, what is poppin', sister? Good to see you. On Real Talk, appreciate you coming in as always. Supporting the ladies side of things, man. But we here, ladies and gentlemen. We in the building. We'll get it popping, man. We got to go ahead and win this game tonight. Win the game and get the 32 and 18, 14 games over 500. That's what we got to do, and I'm looking forward to get it popping tonight, man. But other than that, man, just another game on the doctor, like me and Shaw Power say. But don't take for granted, Shaw Power. Go out there and play ball tonight and do all that good stuff, man. And like I said, we go through the game preview in a few minutes. Then we open up the panel at 6:30 and all that good stuff. But Shaw Power, what's your thoughts on that game tonight, man? Is anything in particular you want to see? What you want to see Knicks do just to win this game tonight, man?
It's about defense. If I'm not mistaken, defense. But if I'm not mistaken, did OG get nominated for the Player of the Week?
No, that was who got that was no, it wasn't him. It was let me get it right. I just looked at that not too long ago. I apologize for that. It was it'll come to me. All
right. With everything that's going on right now, OG Anunoby has been playing phenomenal. You know what I mean? And his aggression going to the hole, his aggression shooting the basketball, and also his relentless aggression on defense. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful he's still on the team. You know what I mean? So far, so good. But with that being said, it's about defense, man. Everybody's been playing great defense because our stats are showing that we're playing great defense. If I'm not mistaken, we might even, when we go to the stats, I'll look. I looked over here. I think I seen, but I don't like. Anyway, the sports station that I look at looks like they have Knicks at about 11 on the ranking. But whatever it is, I know we were 12, so 11 doesn't sound like it's out of the box. I'm just happy with the way the Knicks are playing basketball because everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking good. There's no one's looking like they're out of pocket, especially all the players that get on the court. You know what I mean? There are some players that we are looking to see that we're not seeing anymore and stuff like that, but soon we'll pass. Soon we'll pass, you know what I mean? And there's some rumors and some things out there that we'll probably get to it towards the end of the show, but soon we'll pass. It's only 2 more days, 48 hours, less than 48 hours. We'll know. By today is Tuesday, about 47, maybe more than 48 hours. So let's see what happens in the next couple of days. Nothing major, I don't believe, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to Ron, man, and Chosen One. Jay Chosen was popping, my brother. Good salute to you. My man, Deval Rodriguez was good. Dame MJ Holla was good. Dame MJ in the building, man. Salute to you, New Jerusalem's in the house. Salute to the whole chat, man. Everybody in the building, thank y'all for coming in. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe for your boys early. Nick Yak is back. Nick was popping, my man. Yes, indeed, the defense is playing.
Darlene Bryan in the house.
Yeah, Queen Darlene is in the building for sure. Yeah, man, they're playing good basketball, man. Right now, that's what we want to see. We want to see our team clicking on all cylinders. We know the offense never was a problem, and they still remain third in the association in that rating, but they on a 12th in defense rating, but they defense still might be in the top 10, but they're rating wise, they on 12 on this particular panel. But it don't matter, man. Long there, I think once they get in that top 10 and sustain it, I think we're gonna be okay, man. Get the top 10 defense and offense staying number 3. That's a recipe for success, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how you look at it, if we stay top 5 in offense and the defense is top 10, we are going to be okay. Yep, and that was crazy. Salute Paris Duggar, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Appreciate it. He's at dumb Boston traders Simons, who was winning them GMs. Yes, he was, man. He was winning them games. I think they wanted to go big up front, Paris. That's why I think they did it, and they want to. I think he had expiring. I think Vucevic might be expiring too. Paris. I think the Boston probably did that because they so backcourt heavy or guard heavy, and they don't have no centers out there that's worth. But I think Vucevic gives them some good offense, but man, his defense is so I read you as Simons is a baller. He's a baller, but I don't know what they're gonna do over there in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. They got Simons, they have Jaden Ivey, they got Mike Conley, still got Kobe White, still got Ayo, all them jokers. So it's gonna be crazy to see what they do over there, man. But I think somebody's gonna get moved. I think Ayo or my man might get moved by the next couple of days. Yeah, you're right though. That Simons was a baller. The only reason I can see why they did it, Paris, is because they need a side because they let Porzingis go, Horford go, Cornette go. They just let all their centers go from a money standing perspective. But Vucevic can get down on the offense side of the ball, man. He can stretch the floor. He got some game with him on the offense side of the ball. Just his defense is a liability, but you got to get one for the other. So that was an interesting trade though for them guys, man. Real talk. But hey, we see how it goes with these guys, man. You know how it goes with all that good stuff. My man Crimstad, thank you so much for the super chat. Divine and shot. You can tell travel vibes. There is no traveling in basketball. That was triple vibes. That was a good one, Crims. I can't even front on that one. He said you can tell travel vibes. There is no traveling in basketball.
No traveling.
Facts. Salute to you, Crimstad. Thank you for the super chat. Salute to my brother Travel Vibes, man. Real talk. Man, everybody in the building. But listen, man, we just gotta go ahead tonight and play this thing, man. Let me get the game preview out the way. When we get all that, don't go nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot more to talk about. We're gonna talk about the NBA trades. We open up the panel. We got a lot still going on, man. Thank you guys for the super chat as always and everything like that, man. And all not only that, good to see you, Paris, man. Appreciate you coming in, my brother. For real, good to see you. And thank you for the super chat. Real talk. But here you go. We're gonna get into the game preview. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go nowhere. Divine, Shot Powers, the Apple down in the Capitol, Knicks in Washington, man. We're gonna get it popping, man. We'll be back in a few. Hold that thought.
Get it.
Yeah, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We back in the building, man. Like I said, if you see there, our stats there, Knicks literally beating these guys in every statistical category. Shot Powers, the only thing close to the assist point, the Knicks like a percentage point better than them in assist numbers. But everything else, Knicks is beating them in, which is understandable. But like I said, this is a young team. They trying to build for the future. And so I'm expecting them to play like that. But these guys come out and play hard. I love Keyshawn George and all these guys, man. And like I said, so we know we can't take it for granted tonight, but overall, I don't think it's going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. And real quick, if you look at the stats overall from the season, between them and us right now, these guys is 13-35. They 14 in the standards. We 31-18, second in the standards. We 10-12 on the road. I'd love to get that win tonight because I would love to get over 500 before the season's over. I would love to be over 500 on the road because it's going to be important. We got to go into other teams, build it in the playoffs, and win a game or two if we need to. They are 9-16 at home. So obviously we got a better road record than they got a home record, but obviously they ain't going nowhere neither. But ladies and gentlemen, we third in the offense, they 29. We 12th in defense, they're 29. There's no reason the Knicks lose this game unless they don't bring their A game tonight. And they just take these guys for granted. There's no reason the Knicks lose this game tonight unless they go out there and take it for granted because they think that this team should be beat. Like I said, you don't do that to anybody. A bully can get knocked out if you slip on slip on your game. So I hope they don't slip on their game tonight. Have a mindset no matter who in front of you. Play like you playing the best team. Play them tonight like you playing OKC. Wax them, get them up out of here. Shaw Powell, move on to the next one. But I like the numbers I've seen right now so far. 3/3 in the offense, 12 in the defense. I'm pretty happy with that compared to what we were like 2 weeks ago. So it's all good, Shaw Powell. I think we just got to keep grinding, and don't take the stuff for granted. Go out there and get a win tonight.
I concur, Divine. I think the stats are changing around. The players are looking a little different. It's time to win the basketball game. This team on paper shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. But you always know it's the New York Knicks, baby. Everybody comes to play the New York Knicks hard. Everybody gonna come out to play intense tonight. Like it's the NCAA championship, all-star, all NBA, everything they're gonna come out with tonight to play the Knicks. But I believe the Knicks will prevail because the Knicks is a good team. They're a very good team that's been performing in these last couple of games. As fans, we all critique all our players because that's what we do. But you cannot critique much about what this team has been putting together in this nice stretch after that bad downfall, that skid that we had. So this is a good look, and I'm glad that the deadline is kind of dwindling down. In my opinion, I'm glad that I think that the Giannis talks is really out the way. That is kind of dying down. That it may not be a trade to maybe next year, or if it is a trade, it might be Golden State or maybe Miami, whosoever. At least it's dying down a little bit. Now we kind of know where we're figuring where we're going. And as we talked on this stream a couple of games ago, we were talking about the Knicks and their direction. And I see the direction now. A whole lot of defense with a high potent offense. And the players every night a different player surprise. Now, I don't want to say surprising me, but they do something that's not in their character to make the team for the team. And the last couple of games have been looking good. So I think tonight we're going to be real rich in offense and stand out on defense.
Yeah, real talk. We shout out a couple of people in the chat. Knicks fan, let's go. Sister Sha'Anna, what's good? Miss Powell, what's good? Sister, good to see you. Real talk. My man, that's good. Was good travel. Who else I got in the building? I don't want to leave nobody out because I don't do that. Randu, what's good? My brother Slew, good to see you. Yo, yes, Alpha, what's popping? Peace to the God, Allah wise. What's good, my man? Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that button for your brother. We open up the panel, man. Let me finish these stats and I open up the panel. We get out here and talk about some more, man. Let's do it. Shaw Powers, other than that, man, if you look at this real quick, Knicks 5 games in a row. Look at that defense numbers, ladies and gentlemen. 100 against the Lakers, 97 against Portland, 92 against the Raptors, 87 against the Kings, and 109 against Philly. That's what I'm talking about right there. We get back to that. We score on 117, 118, holding team to 110. Recipe to win a lot of games, ladies and gentlemen. Them guys, they've been playing good. Watching they 3-20 last. And what I like about this, they beat they beat the Kings, lost to the Lakers. They beat the Bucks. Obviously, they beat Portland, and they lost to the Hornets. Like I was telling Shaw Powers, man, listen, y'all watch out for them Charlotte Hornets, ladies and gentlemen. If the Charlotte Hornets getting that play in, they knocking somebody off. I'm telling you right now. We talked about this at the beginning of the year. If the Charlotte Hornets get in that play in, they knocking somebody up out of there. You could believe that. And they might knock somebody out in the playoffs. And they rolling right now, man. They like a game under that play in. They have got it going on down there. So shoot to the Charlotte Hornets, man. They playing some good ball. But overall, we beat them 119-102 last time we played them. We in a white drip tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They in a goldish looking drip tonight. Same usual suspects that we got going on for them. Same starting lineup that I had as well. Colin Berry, Bud Carrington, Chris Middleton, Keyshawn George, and Ali Sard. And they got the veteran Chris Middleton in there to help them young guys get it moving, man. Like I said, so that's salute to them for having him there after that trade with Milwaukee. Miles McBride is out. Kevin McCullough's out. Mr. Robinson is out. Good job on there. I'd rather for them to be out tonight than tomorrow against Denver. And for them guys, they got Trey Jones out. Tristan Vutric out, Cam Whitmore and Trey Young is out. They all going to be out, and the Cam Whitmore's out for the season, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it don't matter who they got there. We still got to go out there and beat these cats, man. And I think we will go out there and handle them tonight and move this thing on moving forward. But, like I said, just don't take it for granted because they're in the NBA and the NBA ball players. Yeah, you're right, Nick. Yeah, they do need a center. But Charlotte Hornets going to be scary, man. I really believe that. I think them cats got something going on there. And Brandon Miller's playing out his mind. LaMelo Ball doing a LaMelo Ball thing. Bridges might be on a trade block, maybe, but I don't know the way they playing. I don't know if they move Bridges over there, man. Because them cats got it going on. They got Capper down there shooting the ball where he's shooting it down there. So salute to them, man. They got a good team going on down there. But Trey Mann, all them young boys down there, they represent hard. Yeah, he right. Yeah, they had him out because he was out. He was out the past game Nick Yak. So he might be out tonight, but they got him game time decision, so he might be out as well because he wasn't out. He didn't play the other night. But now we got to see what the Knicks do, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward. Because now, like I said, real quick, if you look around the landscape of the NBA, which I know a lot of y'all might be interested to hear. Obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr. That was an eight-player trade right there. Jaren Jackson Jr. went over there to the Utah Jazz. Let me get that out there. Let me get some things out there and we can talk about it. Major trades happening, as you can see right there. It's just crazy what's going on right now, man. But the trading deadline hadn't even got here yet. But that deal right there was pretty interesting, man. And I liked it for both teams because I just think that the Jazz, Memphis tearing that whole thing down. That Ja Morant thing is over. They got Jaren Jackson Jr. Memphis received 3 first-round picks: Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Tyler Hendrickson, George Nang. And the Jazz also got Jake Lindell and Kuchner. That was a good move for the Jazz. Now you add them with Keyshawn George and them and marketing and all them dudes. They mess around and sneak up in that joint, man. Real talk. That was a good trade for them overall because they got now Larry marketing and my man. So next year you get Walker Kessler back. That's a pretty good trade for them. I think that's going to do well for them guys next year. Because Keon George is up and coming. I mean, he's the real deal. And now to get Jaren Jackson Jr. and you also got Larry Markin still there, and you get Kessler back, and you got Liddell and them guys. So they're pretty top heavy. They're gonna be a pretty good team. So that was one trade that was instant. The other one was the Detroit Pistons. Me and Shy Powell talking about that. They got rid of Jaden Ivey. And they brought in what's my man name? The redhead young boy sharpshooter come out of New York, but he been playing with Atlanta, all them. He'd come to me anyway. Herder, yeah. Thank you, Shy Powell. Herder, they got Herder in that deal. So they who else? They got somebody else in that deal, but I understand why they weren't going to sign Ivy. I guess that's why they let him go.
They want shooters. They want shooters, man. They want shooters in that second unit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was an interesting trade overall. I mean, Chicago just loaded with a full of them. I mean, Chicago was in that deal. They got to make another move. Shot Power. They got Jaden Ivey, Conley. Like I said earlier, in that deal, they sent out Sorich. Sorich went to Detroit. Sorich and Herder went to Detroit. Excuse me. And Conley is over there in Chicago, along with Jaden Ivey and a couple other pieces. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go as well, man. We bring some brothers up in the building, man, so I can introduce them that we can get it popping. Nick Nation is in the building, and Jay Cholan is in the building. What's good, fellas? What's popping, my man?
What's the deal, brother? I'm good. Good, my brother. How you?
I'm good, man. Everything good, man. What's up, gentlemen?
Salute, Shot Power. Salute, Jay.
What's up?
Salute to the Divine, Shot Powers,
You're
Knicks
ready.
Nation, all of Knicks Nation, my brother Knicks Nation. Yo, man, let's get this win. 7 straight, 7 to heaven. Let's go. This should be a step-up game for the next one. The next, yo, this one, look, one game at a time. One game at a time. But I'm excited. I'm excited. These young kids, they ain't no pushovers. It's good. It's a good little matchup.
Yeah, real talk. Nick Nation, what's good, man? But yeah, how you feel about this
Chilling.
trap? I call it a trapital game, not the capital. I call it a trapital game.
Yeah.
Definitely. I spoke about that last time. Remember, I said I didn't want them to turn around here, you know what I mean, do the Lakers in and then turn around and lose to these capital bums. So we ain't trying to have that, you know what I mean? So like I say, as long as they stay focused, man, and putting defense first, I don't think that they lose trap games like that. Because I think it's teams that, you know what I mean, just come in thinking that you're going to, you know, just come and get yours off and then still thinking I'm going to have a lapse on a defensive moment. I think that's where you get into trouble, you know, consistently around the league, is that you think that, hey, you know what, I'm going to try this out or try these moves on them. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, you down to some bums, 12, you know what I mean, points, 20 points, some dude you never heard of before because you lapsed on defense. Next thing you know what I mean, he done had a high of 36 where the dude is averaging 4 points. It's stuff like that we have to avoid. You know that. It drives us all crazy. So y'all all know the deal.
Yeah,
let's not see that tonight. Let's not see that tonight. Unless, you know what I mean? Unless you want to see a man out in DC wilding right now. Y'all don't want to see me out, Steve. Y'all don't want to see me out in the streets wilding, right? Y'all don't want to see me out there.
Not at all. Not at all. We don't need it, because we don't need to go. You might go too berserk.
You know what I'm saying? He's out there streaking. He's wilding. Get that fool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I tell you what, though. You know what? All I want to see tonight, I think, Jay, we all talked on it. I just want to see him get his cat to business early. Let them our veterans rest and let some of the young guys get a lot of burn tonight. They try to come out the gate and beat them by 15 out the first quarter or whatever, and just let the young guys play the whole game, but make sure we're in control of it. If you got to put the starters back in, so be it. I'm really looking forward to these guys. I like these young guys down there. I like our Teleshop. I like Bud Carrington. I like Keyshawn George and them, and I like all them dudes, Cullen Berry, young talent, young men, and Alex Starr. And they got some good young cats down there. You know, I'm an NBA guy, but I love to see young guys get it, man. These cats down there, that core are going to be together for the next 3 or 4 years, and roughly they're going to be all right, man. I think they just got to do a couple of more things here and there. But what I'm noticing right now, just to piggyback on what I'm talking about, everybody doing it. Like the Chicago Bulls is literally getting young. They getting Ivy, Giddy, all these dudes. A lot of teams starting to get a lot of these veterans going. They getting like they are a really young team down there with the Belize Cat down there and Giddy and all these dudes. So I see what they doing down there, and they doing the same thing Washington, but I think these cats is on to something though. You let Vucevic go. I think Kobe White going to be out of there. I don't think they're going to sign AU.
Right.
So I just think there's a lot of moving and shaking going on, and I think he's going to be one of the guys. Knicks acquired about him per reports out there. I don't know if they do anything like that from a financial standpoint. But like man, a lot of these trades, and then you got the James Harden thing going on right now. Maybe he might go to Cleveland for Darius Garland. You know, so between the day and the next couple of days, it's gonna be crazy out there, man. I can see. I kind of predicted this coming out. Like this trade deadline will be crazy because number one, it's a lot of parity. Number one, because of the CBA, a lot of people don't want to go into the luxury tax, the high luxury taxes, and the team that's not going nowhere, they're trying to dump salaries. And so this is gonna be a good time for somebody to snatch up a player that's gonna help put them over the top. And I think right now Cleveland got better because they brought in Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder. And I don't know. I love DeAndre Hunter. I don't know. That's kind of suspect right there to me. But anyway, but if they do the Darius Garland and James Harden thing, they get a little better, a lot better actually. I mean, James Harden get buckets. I mean, Keon Ellis could defend. Dennis Schroeder could defend. He pesky. So I think they got much better if they pull off the James Harden trade. I think they might put Nick Strauss out there. He might be out there, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how it goes, man. What y'all guys think about what's going on in the NBA so far with the NBA trade noise and everything?
Let me tell you, I think that there's going to be a lot of head scratching, and then there's going to be a lot of wows, right? Those are the two things I think is going to happen. We're going to be like, damn, how did that make sense, right? But people like it. We like our leadership. There's a lot of teams that like their leadership. Talking about the GMs and the the shakers and the movers. They know what they're doing for their team. Yeah, we might that is a little suspect, but maybe there's something behind the scene in his money or in his contract, or something that they're thinking about. They're also thinking about next year as much as they're thinking about this year. So a lot of these trades, like for me, the Harden trade is an interesting trade, right? You look at that type of trade. Yeah, of course, he that would look good, but they play a certain style of game. Now I know Harden could fit into it, and he's not like really, but these guys like Mitchell, I would love to see it. Like, if do they mix or not? Because he's been on so many teams with so many different people with different attitudes and stuff. This team has been together for a while now.
I'm not to cut you off, Jay, but since you said it before, I lose a thought. I think he makes that team way better. I think he makes their bigs incredible now. He's great with big men. He's great with big men. I think he's great with, so he's going to make them, in my opinion, I think he's going to make them a little better.
Right, which is very interesting to me with Mitchell, with Donovan.
He's a big two ball hogs.
Right, two ball hogs. That's why I was about to. So
that's funny.
You beat me to the fact that he is a lob threat, or that he sees the court differently. But you got two guys who are gonna want the ball in their hand. So like. They're definitely different players. So that's an interesting thing. But tell you the truth, I'm only answering that question because you brought it up and whatever. I'm more interested right now about, are we doing something, we're not gonna do something? Are we gonna do something, we're not gonna do something? Because like, there's certain people that could only fit this team that we have perfectly, right? So when I think about that, that's why I brought up James Harden first, shot, is because he might fit that style perfectly, but I don't know if he fits Donovan perfectly. So it's kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting to me. Though it does allow Donovan to move around freely, which is why I think I've always talked that we needed like that true PG, because that would allow Brunson to move around freely. You know what I'm saying? And Deuce and everybody else to move around freely on their own and find their spots and let somebody else. That's why I love when Kolik's in with the bigs, because he sees them. I'm not gonna say on a Harden level, right? But he sees the bigs, because that would be blasphemous to say that this young man, this guy in 9 years, that's blasphemy, right? That's blasphemy. But you get my point on it. Like the fact is, man, the young man is nice when it comes to playing point guard with the big guys. So. When we talk about bringing another point guard in here or something like that, that's not what we need. We need a stretch, athletic four that could play anywhere between and guard 3, 4, and 5. That guy, you know what I'm saying? That, in my opinion, if we need anybody.
Yeah, that's true. But let me make one thing about, here's what I do. I give the Kobe Alderman, the president of basketball operation in Cleveland, credit for this here. He had made some phenomenal pull-offs in the he pulled off the DeAndre Hunter deal. He pulled off listen, make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. James Harden is a nightmare. He is a fucking nightmare because not only he gets so many fucking fouls, he draws so many fouls, and he's not a selfish ball player. His assist numbers is crazy. You know what I mean? This dude is he is literally that good. So the only thing that's going to hurt them, neither one or two can stop Jalen Brunson, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't scared of them.
Right.
They can't stop Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? Dick Nation, they can't
played
stop
him
him,
dead
man.
wrong.
But overall, don't get me wrong. He do what Darius Garland can't do. So I mean, they get better in that standpoint. And like I said, Keon Ellis there, they're gonna be a handful. But like I said, they defense, they got. I think they took a step better defensively with Keon Ellis and my man Dennis Schroeder. But they lose a lot and DeAndre Hunter up front with like when Mobley get in foul trouble or DeAndre Hunter coming off the bench with either Mobley or Jaron Allen, that was a pretty good look for them. But now you lost that 6'8", 6'9" guy, whatever.
Right, you lost size.
You lost size. So it's gonna be interesting. But I'll tell you one trade y'all gotta keep an eye on. Jake Portal in Toronto for Sabonis. They put Sabonis out there with Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes and RJ and them and quickly. That's gonna be a good look for them too if they pull that trade off because it's being talked about out there. Them two, they want to make that swap. So there's a lot of moving, shaking for the Knicks. I think it's gonna be Yabusele or whatever, and just get whoever you get. And the core playing good right now, Nick Nation. So we don't got to do too much. But obviously we just want to move the Yabusele contract because it's a dead contract to me. He's not playing. The $5 million is not worth it. So I think we can get him out there, get him out of here, and bring in somebody that can kind of, fill in that power forward role like Jay Choder said. Obviously, until DeWar's ready to take the helm totally. We just got to keep going, man. Give me some thoughts on what you see out there, man, and what's your thoughts on what's going on around the NBA trade deadline and what you think the Knicks might need to do in this little bit of time we got, in the next couple of days.
I think that Detroit, I'm interested to see how Detroit was things because Detroit really answered something that they needed, and what they needed was shooting. They needed outside shooting. So I think they've addressed that. So that to me is a little more interesting, especially being those are the ones that's directly ahead of us. So I'm worried more about them than any other what's names here. Cleveland, I'm not so what's name here, even if he goes over there. The only reason why is because one, injuries, two, his defensive presence does not, he's horrible on defense. He's, he has this has been something that's followed him for a long time here. Let's take his record as far as even him when he makes the playoffs. Harden has not been able to get to anybody over that hump. So he may be a good, talented ball player that can do quite a few things, but defensively, Cleveland has just gotten a lot worse. So, you know what I mean? And I think in the playoffs, it comes down to, especially the point of attack, your guards being able to defend and things like that. And then having neither one of them that are great defenders, I think the same thing. I could be wrong, but I think if anything, if he does go across there, I just think that they'll be going home early again. I mean, and for them, they're looking at just really transporting a player who who's been injury prone for the last 3 years. I think he's been, for the last 3 years. So I get it why they would give up on him, you know what I mean, and bringing in somebody who's more of a seasoned veteran to kind of help, with the team because Cleveland really didn't have any really solid vets that have been through, that playoff course or championship pedigree. So I get why they, I get what their move was. But like I say, as far as the numbers of what I've been looking at, you know what I mean? And y'all talking about Triple J going over to what's name? And believe me, that is going to be hard on him as I don't know what. You went from the, you know what I mean? A 90-point race, what's name? But it is. You went from one of the blackest towns that you can get in our country to the whitest town you can get in our country. And the cultural experience and differences, we'll see how it was named to. But a lot of ball players don't really want to be up there. It's not much for them. It's not much what, presents to their lives, their culture, and other things like that. So let's see how that was named.
Utah.
Utah? Yeah.
They gonna be scary though.
Yeah, but he
Memphis.
You can have 5 wives in Utah.
This is true. Let me tell you though, you go from Memphis and you wake up in Utah. Shit, you already
team gonna be nice though.
Right, their team gonna be nice. They ain't gonna be worried up.
He might not start there, but I'll tell you what, though, real quick, think about this here. if my man come back and play this year, Walker Kessler, Laurie Marketing,
Holy
Jaron
crap.
Jackson Jr., Keon George, Bailey, Ace Bailey. They got some talent down there, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn
And you still got Flip Mansky down there. They got a nice squad down there. And now you got a defense presence. I mean, can you imagine a front line of Jaron Jackson Jr. and Walker Kessler? Defensive.
Well, Walker Kessler's never going to play.
Yeah, he ain't gonna. Yeah, he probably be traded anyway.
No. He'll never be play for them. If I remember correctly, this was the year that he had something. He needed to do something with Kessler. Mm-hmm. When Kessler got hurt, it screwed everything up for them. Yep, and if I recall right, Kessler just walks. He will walk for free. All of that was by them. They will get nothing for him. Ainge right now, if this doesn't work, you mark my words, Ainge will be fired. He's done nothing for that franchise. They've only gotten worse. Even with the picks and everything else they've had, they've only gotten worse. So therefore, without that, if I'm going to look that up, if I remember correctly, he can walk.
That's why they did it. Though. I think that might be the reason why they did it. I think that's the reason why they did the Jaron Jackson move, though, because of that. I think they did that because they're gonna lose that dude. But like I said, you got Jaron Jackson, marketing Ace Bailey and Keon George. That's a nice nucleus down there, man. And they got other players that they're gonna get some picks. Obviously, I don't think they're gonna. I just think I agree with you though. That's not the market for guys like him because the culture. It's a big culture shock. You know what I mean? It's a big culture shock for that dude. Yeah, but anyway, Chop Howard, let's go around. Talk to me, man. Do you think the Knicks make a move by February 5th, and give me your thoughts on the game tonight, man, and all we can go all in that circle.
Yeah, they're gonna they're gonna be a surprise. Leon Rose has been talking a deal under the table that we don't know about. By tomorrow, we'll have Giannis. We're gonna have Devin Booker, and only person we're gonna give up is Tyler Kolek. No, I don't know. I think it's just going to be a minor trade. I don't think it's going to be nothing super duper major. Someone to tail end. The guys are starting to get it back together right now. I don't see nothing big. If something comes out big for me, a big trade for the New York Knicks would get Najee, Mitch. What's his name? Najee Marshall. That would be a big trade for me if they could get him. That would be something big, you know what I mean? But aside from that, any of the other guys, if they pick up a big man, Missy, or they even got some rumors out there that I don't know if he's going to be available, but I forgot his damn name. What's the guy that always I can't remember. He's in Philly right now.
Oubre? Oubre?
The older dude.
No, the big man.
Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
Yeah, big man Drummond. His name is out there a little bit more than often. He's the name always rings around the New York Knicks. Because he's a New Yorker. So, But his name is out there. So, if they would have picked up someone that in like that, I wish they could get a forward. The names Sadiq Bey died down a whole lot. It was out there for a second, but it's gone now. So I don't know if they even have any way again. And also Yabusele, if he don't have a deal in America, he got a Euro deal waiting for him. $2.5 million this year and $5 million on the contract next year. Just saying, the buyout ain't out of the way too. Save a little bit of change. Just saying to throw that out there. Oh, tonight's game.
Think they may do. I actually think that
it may be it, but I don't think they want. I don't think they want to include that Washington first round pick because that's what everybody want for Yabusele. Everybody want that first round that's going to give you 2 good second round picks. I don't know if they want to give that up. I don't know, but that sounds about right. Whatever happens, we'll know. Whatever happens is going to be. I thought it was going to be Sunday. Let's say Thursday. They're going to win it all the way out to the last minute to make a deal and probably save $12. And to $12 so you get a cup of Starbucks coffee. They got the good pistachio coffee, vintage. That's the thing out.
I can actually picture you drinking some pistachio coffee with your pinky and all that like this.
Am I the only one still worried that Deuce is out? Because I'm still worried that he's out.
I'm not worried because of how they said it, that he did, and it was worse than what we thought. And they are doing the precautions, and they're playing good right now. I guarantee you, if they would have lost, Deuce would have been back last game. If they would have lost to who was before LA?
Yeah, we beat
Toronto, not Toronto, but the other one.
here go
He
right
was he only been out what 3 games, right? 3 games.
We
Like,
beat
this is
Three
before
games,
games,
right?
now.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 games ago, 4 games ago. I think he would have been back last.
Trailblazers.
They keeping him out again. He'll probably be back tomorrow. I think
You know,
this
I
game
tell
is
you
a game. This is.
I done seen that kid jumping around on the sides. I done seen that kid jumping around on the sideline like he had no issue.
Yeah,
So,
that's
why
why
I'm worried.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they did. That's how they play this year, man. You see how this front office. This is not like the old medical staff that these guys been having. They keep these guys sit down. Let's sit down now. You 88%. Okay, then you need another 2 days to sit down to get to like 99.89% before we be like, all right, let's go. I like that about that. You know what I mean? Keeps the guys. Shammer's been playing phenomenal with Deuce being out. So I'm glad that
I tell you,
I
I
got Shamrock in my lineup.
So it worked. All this happening right now works out. If it was going bad, Deuce would have been back, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I'm not nervous
bro,
of Deuce being. I'm not as nervous of Deuce being traded anymore now that it's been 4 games. Like, you remember before that was the other thing we were nervous about. To me, you don't hold people out that long for a trade. Usually maybe a day, maybe 2 days, but it could happen.
I see. I'm gonna throw the
wrench out,
the bootleg in there. Yeah, it could be a Deuce trade if you're going to go get Marshall, the guy that I just mentioned. That might be it. You know what I mean? You put him in there, you put Yabusele in there. What he get $9 million? That make $9 million. 3.5 and 3. I mean 3.5 and 5.5.
You heard it here. Deuce is getting traded. We heard it here first.
But here I think that's a lateral move, though. I'm
just throwing it out there.
I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying, why would you bring Nabi Marshall here and take out Dude? You're not proving the team. You took
you're not. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I'm just kind of piggybacking off the what y'all talking about. First of all,
but what I'm saying is like
the only way I think they trade Deuce Bride. The only way I think they trade Deuce Bride is he's in a major deal. But other than that, contract is too valuable. $4 million for what that man doing?
Not 4 million, 3 point something. 3.8. 3.8 or something like that.
Unless they have to put him in a trade to get a Giannis or get somebody high caliber. Knicks ain't trading no Deuce. They too valuable. I wouldn't trade Deuce Bride for nothing right now, unless it was putting them in a package to get somebody that's gonna bring us over the top. But Knicks ain't trading no Deuce Bride, ladies and gentlemen. You can forget that. We could cap that right now.
Thank you, Devon.
Not from a business standpoint, just from a business standpoint. $4 million.
Yeah. I don't think he's going nowhere. But
this is his last year on that deal, right?
Yeah, he about to get an extension next year. I think he's available for next year's extension.
Yeah, you got to keep that.
Okay. Yeah, there's no reason to trade him at all.
I think
that's why I'm saying, like you said, if there's a big package deal for something big, then you got to throw him in there, and we got to say okay, because if it's a big package deal that would
off season
make sense.
That's off season.
Look, it has to make sense.
Yes, that's all. Anything that makes sense to me is off season. That's you talking about multi teams, a big trade. When you talking about one of our caliber guys, it's off season, man. Ain't no way in the world. I mean, unless they've been working on it since August.
Yeah, because you know what they could do.
For the last 4 days.
Check it out.
Would you move Mikhail for Hartenstein?
Will I move who?
Mikhail for Hartenstein.
McBride or Mikhail?
Mikhail.
Oh, Bridges. Nah. I'll tell you why. I just think that his chemistry with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, they ain't breaking that up. Them cats went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I just think they not breaking them boys up, because I don't think unless Jalen Brunson said, I don't care. If Jalen Brunson said, I don't have a problem with that, then they do it. But if Jalen Brunson say that, I want Mikhail here, the Knicks ain't trading him. I just don't believe that. I think he sacrificed too much money. He gave that Jalen Brunson gave up a ton of money to make sure his boys stay together. And so far, they should stay together because they got to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they're gonna get there this year. Will I trade somebody else? I don't know. I don't know if I would do that because you got Mitchell Robinson, you got Big Cat. So who gonna be the third fiddle in that three tier? Unless you move Mitchell Robinson, that's different. But I don't think Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, and Big Cat. That's the minutes won't even work.
It's an overload of big.
I'm not trading.
But of course you would move. Then they would move because like people are so worried as far as about Mitch. What they would do is probably send Mikal to Portland. You would pull the pick from what's name is. Those picks then would go over to what's name, which they love having all these picks anyway, which go over to OKC. You know what I mean? You'd have to process point of the money, but then you'd have to move you'd have to move Mitch in order to move Mitch, which I vehemently do not want. I'm just talking about this. So please in the chat, don't act crazy because everybody should know that I am a huge Mitchell Robinson fan. You know what I mean? But this is how I'm assuming that like things like that, because supposedly this franchise was such in love with Hartenstein that who knows if they, you know what I mean, recall and bring him back. And to me, then that would be something that, that would be something that you would do. And then you might take, you know, like, let's say, if anything, if you was trade Mitch, it could be to somebody like Golden State. And Golden State, you would send him to Golden State, and then in return would be Kuminga. I think they probably might. Are they around the same?
Yeah,
I think they might even be.
How much is Hartenstein contract?
Hartenstein's currently making 28 million.
Yeah.
He making 27. So let me ask you a question. If Mitch making, I'm not even like him, I'm not advocating, I'm just saying. Mitch make what, 12?
Yeah.
Y'all can sell 5.
Oh yeah, Mitch makes 12. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they could only not said that if they could finagle some picks out of OKC. You know what I mean? Okay, we got
That's it right there. There it is.
If you're gonna stem Mitch, do you stem Mitch or you trade for Hartenstein? Who put that in the package and get some picks if you can get the money to match? I don't know what the Knicks gonna do, but I don't think they're gonna do. I don't think that big core. I think my man James Dolan said they are rolling with this core, and I believe they are. He said he thinks this team is good enough to get them out of the East, and they are not breaking up that team. And I don't think they should because the chemistry is too good there. I mean, the continuity, ladies and gentlemen, we are literally 32. Out of all that shit we went through, we still second in the Eastern Conference, and we're starting to hit our stride. I'm not worried about too many teams in the East. I'm really not. I'm not worried about Detroit and all them because they got to beat us. We beat them already. Like there's no team in the East. Boston we beat last year. Detroit we beat last year. Until they beat us in the playoffs, I'm not worried about it. Let me put it like that.
Exactly.
So I like the squad we got, and I think that this team is going to be hard to beat. That defense play the way they play right now, Knicks going to be hard to beat, ladies and gentlemen, because their offense is number 3 in the East, in the league, not in the league. In the league, they number 3. So if they defense hobble around 10th in the league, you ain't gonna be able to beat this cat on every night because they got an offense that you barely can stop. They got a defense who playing good enough to stop you. It's gonna be interesting. But I understand the Hartenstein thing. I just think think Jalen Brunson, Mikal, I just think they all locked in together, and I think Jalen Brunson did a lot of sacrificing. If the Knicks do Jalen Brunson dirty like that, I don't think Leon Rose would even do that. Them is peoples, you know what I mean?
His godfather. Let's say it for what it is. It's his godfather.
Right. No, you never know.
You know what
I'm just only assuming. I'm only assuming now. They can do it though.
They may, if they did that, 2 things. Yes, everybody in Knicks land love iHeart. I still love iHeart. I applaud him for what he did. Thank you for doing that. And he got the bag because of it. If we did that, right now while we're here, we hear that we just traded Yabu and Mitch, whatever, right? And we got back this guy and 2 picks, or this guy and a pick, or whatever it might be. Do you know what that team would be like in OKC with Mitch grabbing the boards? They're not. trading him to OKC.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hey, Rodney, I agree with you.
No, that wasn't a trade though.
No. Salute to my man Rodney. Rodney said I completely disagree. This team is one injury away from a first round exit. All teams are injury away from that. Any team. It does not only the Knicks. I think any team. If you lose Jaylen Brown, they out. If they lose Kay Cunningham, first round exit. If they lose Donovan Mitchell, first round. That's all the teams that's like that. Every team in the NBA is like that who got a superstar. You lose your superstar and your ancillary players ain't good enough. So, Roddy, I understand where you're going from, but I do think that's for every team, though. Like if you lose one of your top players and your ancillary players is not on another level, every team is like that. So them just a chance that we take in the NBA because it's just the NBA. But I do think the New York Knicks, like if we don't hope nobody get injured. We don't want no top player in the NBA to get injured because we want the best product on the floor. But I do believe this team right now, perfectly constructed, can give it to anybody in the East. I don't care who it is. You name it, you claim it. I don't think it's not too many teams in the East can mess with the Knicks because you know why? Everybody in the NBA played the same amount of games. We still second in the East. Everybody played the same amount of games. We all played the same people. Knicks played everybody. Everybody Knicks played. Everybody else played them. And we lost 9 games out of 11. We still in second. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. We went 2-9 in the last 11 games prior to this winning streak. We was like 5 games up in the second seed. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We done won 6 or 7 games back, and we still in the second seed. And every team in the NBA done played the same teams the Knicks played.
Yep.
All these teams we talk about, Knicks giving it to them. And I think they're going to keep doing it. So I don't know. The Knicks can get knocked out in the first round with the team they got, right, Shaw Powers? I mean, it don't mean nothing. I think Knicks can go into the first round and get knocked out with the team fully healthy.
Or they could have been that hurt team and went all the way to the Eastern Conference.
Listen, I got the New York Knicks tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 171. I got the New York Knicks.
You know, I love those scores. That's my score.
I got the New York Knicks tonight, 135 to 117. And I'm going to say my play of the game is DeWara tonight. 135, 117. Nah, we ain't giving no 17. We ain't giving 100 points in so long. 135 to 100, 35-point beat down tonight. I'm going to stick to the 100 to somebody get over that. I got DeWara coming on the bench tonight with 13 points, and Knicks win by 35 tonight.
I would love to see him do that.
I'm up there with it, too. We're going to make it quick because we got to get out of here. 125 to 102. 125, this team is going to break 102 because of the third unit, our ancillary players is going to give it up at the free throw line like they did the last game. And my play of the game tonight is going to be Landry Shamet. Let's see if Shamet can come back out here and produce again and get at least 17 points tonight. Let's get it.
Ball and Shamet. Shamet, damn it. Go ahead, Jay Chosen or Nick Davis, either one.
I'm gonna say 80. I'm gonna go 86 to 126.
I'm gonna say
Kolek gonna have a good game tonight.
Okay,
I like that.
86.
I'm gonna say 417 to $1. To $1. No, I'm gonna do this, man. This whole joke aside, I really think that this team is underrated. I think we're gonna go out and have a good game. I don't want us to spend our energy on this game, but if we have to, we have to, because we want to keep this train rolling. I don't think it's going to be that much of a beatdown as everybody else think it is. Though I do think we keep them under 100. My play is going to be Hart, and he's triple double for him tonight, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 to 96. 123, 96.
Keeping them under 100. I should have went there. I said 102.
Hey, real quick, I ain't trying to write up, but Ron, thank you for it. Look at the winning. That's that Ron got me for that raffle.
Oh, man, nice.
Smoking, made it. It's smoking, bro. I was gonna try to get that next week talk in the morning, but I ain't trying to keep no copyright deal. But thank you, Ron. Appreciate you, my brother. But that's the one I wanted to raffle. That's the new uniform, actually, ladies and gentlemen. But that's fine though. Salute to my man Ron, still a big fan. Appreciate you, man, getting that hat to me, man. I'm gonna represent it for us hard one day. But listen, man, let's enjoy this game, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks need to go get these cats out of here. Make it fast, make it early. Let the young guy play the whole damn game if you have to. Mike Brown, you good for starting players like that. Go ahead and get them guys in here and let's get it popping. We need this victory. Then we can move on to tomorrow night. We got Jokic in the house tomorrow. We're going to be up in here tomorrow. That's going to be one for the ages right there. Big Cat and Joker tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that one, man. But Jay Chosen, Ron, as always.
Yes,
We coming in. Man, Nick Nation, you know how we do. Shaw Powers, we in here, man. Let's go get this game, man. Real talk, man. We need to win this thing. 7 games in a row, 14 games over 500. We'll be right back here tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The Denver Nuggets coming in the building. We got to try to take them out too. And throw the whole get to see at them up tomorrow. Let's get it. But listen, man. Thank y'all for coming in, everybody. We gotta hit that like, subscribe to your brother.
Like it up, like it up, like it up.
Keep on elevating. We doing good. Y'all doing good. We appreciate everything y'all doing for us, man. Real talk. Let's get it. Let's go, Knicks.
Salute, guys. Salute.
Respect. Big shout out to the chat. Everybody else.
You're ready.
Y'all have a good night, man. Later.
Peace.
Peace. Tomorrow's Catman versus the Joker.
Facts. Batman and Catman. Gotham City gonna be in trouble tomorrow.
Word up. Peace.
You are now about to witness
Knicks Real Talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like Talisman. Who style this? Aiming at the mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, you know we get it like crypto in the rip though. I cyber decrypted, we locked them from the get go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt. The KRT trip club leading up to tip off. We fuel like confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, Korea popped up from the third eye. You heard why? It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the lens of that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding on the blue sky. And Metropolitan, we connecting the vets go wallowing. And the matters off the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms of fashion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Knick assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!